All good.
This is the best day for mommy and daddy because we're going to sleep. Didn't you wish you could go to sleep with us?
Oh, cool. We can see the thing. Okay, let me double check. Oh, it charged pretty quick. We'll have the light probably for the whole thing. That's awesome.
Mom and daddy.
Cool. I think we're recording and everything. Okay.
So, let's talk about the Joker. Joker, Folie à Deux. So, I've been kind of thinking about it, and I thought my thoughts are as they were at the beginning. That the musical and the movie, they didn't necessarily complement one another.
Mm-hmm.
Although, it makes sense, I wanted to talk about this for Kilonova, but I feel like I've talked about it so much now that it just feels kind of painful to keep talking.
Well, let's get our main points out and then move on. Just really quick footnotes. And then keep mentioning that there's actually a lot going on in what we're going to say, but we don't want to get into depth because we've been talking about it too much.
There's a lot going into it, but mainly I think that the music did not elevate the story and their interiority. It felt like just breaks in us learning about their characters. Apart from a couple of songs, it felt like it was fitting for the character and brought out emotion that couldn't have been brought out otherwise. Other than that, it felt like the music, all the musical numbers I thought they were good, but they didn't correlate with the movie very well, I don't think.
Mm-hmm.
It took you out of it. It felt forced. Because they wanted it to be musical. One thing I was talking about with Harrison is that the musicals felt like maybe more of Harley's interiority and rather than the Joker's, because the Joker, I think, has a bit more. He's really into cartoons and television. I think the opening, I don't want to spoil too much, but the opening of Joker was maybe a better example of what Joker's interiority would look like, cartoonish or stand-up comedy, whatnot, like they did with the first one. But the musicals just felt like the Joker wasn't necessarily into musicals himself. He just was trying to be into it for Harley, which was maybe part of the point. Not that he doesn't like to dance on his own and stuff, like we've seen from his character, but that was different than the singing. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I also do see, how the musical worked to bring out, I guess, to a certain extent it works for bringing out his whimsical brain. He does, movies, musical movies and whatnot, so maybe that's how he might see love, but it just felt a little off and forced. So I feel like there was something better that they could have chosen. I keep scratching my chin. I feel weird.
What are you thinking?
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah. Me and Antonia share pretty similar thoughts on the Joker too. I just I'm a bit bummed because I think it really could have worked. They just needed to do less songs, make the songs matter more intrusive thoughts, more honesty of the characters, and not just I'm gonna sing now. Felt like the story was torn between doing two different things, and they tried to dance the middle, but just kept leaning too far into a random song.
Yeah, and the acting was good in the musical. Yeah. The characters did it did feel like it was the characters doing the musical. Mm-hmm. It's just it took away from what was great about Joker, I guess.
Yeah.
The closeness, the level of closeness you were getting with this character was great in the first one. And in this one, it felt like the closest was being broken apart from the musical numbers. But, like, I really love the world they created, and the acting was still good. And honestly, the writing, like, the character analysis of Arthur Fleck checks out pretty well, which was impressive. Like, everyone wanted him to be the Joker. The audience wants him to be the Joker. All of his fans, Harley, want him to be the Joker, but he himself is, he's just Arthur Fleck. And so he has, like, I don't think he could be the Joker all the time. He had, like, a part of him that snapped, but I don't think that's him constantly. And so I thought that was interesting, because I think that's maybe why some people won't really like this one, if they really felt like they wanted to see the Joker at the end of the first one. But
Yeah.
I do think it doesn't deserve as much hate as it's getting.
Oh, for
Because
sure.
I think it was a good movie.
It tried something really new,
Yeah.
which is extremely respectable.
And I like weird, really hella respect weird decisions. Even if it, like, makes you feel kind of weird, it's not, like, doesn't make you feel good. But if it serves the story, I like it. So I guess my thing is just that the musical wasn't really serving the story that well.
Well,
oh yeah, but like I was saying, like, I like the world a lot. So in a way, I kind of felt like it was a good shitty sequel. And when I say shitty sequel, I mean, like, I'm comparing it to, like, sequels that used to come out in, like, the 90s and, like, early thousands when I was growing up. And like, obviously I watched them later on. Well, like, right, I was born in 1998. But
back in my day.
yeah. But there was a lot of sequels that I loved, and they're not necessarily better than the first, but, like, they work because it's still the universe, and it's still, like, the characters feel like the same, it's the same actors, whatnot. And so it feels fun to get another chapter. It doesn't have to be great, or I personally don't think sequels have to outlive, supersede, no. They don't have to be better than the first. That's all.
Yeah.
That's all, folks. That's a reference to the movie.
Well, anyways, yeah, I guess my final statements are spoiler-free. Most of this has been spoiler-free, but a spoiler-free reaction of the last bit of the movie. 40% of me thinks it's very rational, the route they went with the story, considering all the factors at play. 60% of me despises that choice, and that's the emotional side of me, the like semi-rational, but mostly irrational.
Sorry, keep going.
What'd you say?
I whispered, I'm not picking my nose. I'm just itching it. My face feels itchy. Okay?
Yeah, well, we're done talking about Joker. Tona straightened her hair. Harrison bleached his hair. Harrison tomorrow is going to get the second bleaching done by an actual salon and not Fred Meyer products from a grocery store.
For $220.
Yeah, I'm about to I haven't gotten a haircut at I haven't gone to a barber, a salon, anything in over 4 years. So I'm trying to lean on that as justification for spending money on my fucking hair. It feels kind of embarrassing, but I already sent it, and I need it to go white because I don't really like blonde, and that wasn't my intent. Initially, I was going to do just a little, like you're masturbating, a little streak in my hair, like a little patch right here, because I did that previously, and I liked it. But then Tona said I should send it, and I don't really have
Whatever. I said he should send it, But I did say, like...
Hey, can I fucking finish, you
Okay, fine.
self-conscious fuck?
I'm not self-conscious. You're self-conscious. That's why you had to say that I was the one who made you do it.
It's literally not even what I said. You were so self-conscious.
No, I'm not.
You just doubled down on my... Can I... Shut the fuck... Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, what I was...
What?
Tona said...
Let you finish.
Tona
I was
said
gonna... I'm joking. Okay.
Tona said I should send it, and I had no justification for, like, a rebuttal. I had no, like, there's no reason I should say no.
You had no justification.
So I was just like, yeah, I mean, all right. I basically immediately started continuing to add all the bleach to my hair. And then now I'm blonde. I tried 2 toners after, but the conclusion reached was that I need to bleach it again. And I did like the little like ends, cut off the ends, put them in water, see if they float, test and everything. My hair seems pretty healthy. It doesn't feel gross or breaking.
Yeah, it feels nice.
Yeah, tomorrow from 11 to potentially lunch or dinner. I couldn't tell if she was joking about that, but it's definitely going to take several hours. I'm just going to be in there. I think I'm going to straight up enter that place and just be like, I got really low energy. I don't know if I'm going to be able to hold up conversations. Just want to set the bar low.
Yeah, you should say that.
Because I don't...
Because then it's like you don't have that expectation and you can just relax. Yeah. And if it feels natural, then you can talk.
Yeah. Anyways, well, that's the hair talk. Blonde is not going to persist, but it was fun. I only had to do 1 shift at my job with it, which was nice, and it was a super slow day.
He really cares what people think.
Yeah, I guess I care about being represented, for how I desire to be represented.
Yeah, that's totally fair, I think.
You know, if that's wearing, like, a Five Nights at Freddy's hat, then fuck yeah, I want to be represented for wearing a Five Nights at Freddy's hat, because I consented to it, and it goes with the general aesthetic of an outfit. But if I have blonde hair, and I don't know how to dress with blonde hair, because I've never had blonde hair in my adult existence. I think when I was younger I had light hair. But, like, I don't know how blonde hair works with clothes. I'm not prepared for this. I had 1 outfit option. It's like, anyways, I like aesthetics and art, and so it makes me uncomfortable if an outfit doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
like, but color theory and all that shit. So
I like aesthetics and art too, but I also know that sometimes like it doesn't need to always look perfect. Sometimes I can tell by the way someone looks a lot about their life, and to me that's art, you know?
Yeah, I'm not with that. Like, I get it for other people, but it's not my preference.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I definitely don't like I don't like going out places and looking like really like not how I want to look and people looking at me, just because it does make you feel bad about yourself, I guess. It can make you feel bad about yourself. But it's just interesting to think about how, like, when you say that you care how you're represented, it almost makes it seem like you care what those people think about you. But I think more so you care about how you feel about yourself.
Yeah.
And the other, you're projecting yourself onto the other, what they might think of you. So it's like not necessarily. Yeah. And I relate to that for sure. So that's the nuance of it.
You should talk about your intro scripts.
Oh yeah, so Harrison and I have been drinking a little bit. Just indulging slightly.
I have been more than her. I've been role-playing an alcoholic for the past week. Light. I'm not going crazy, but It's causing a little depression, right? Moving on.
Yeah, so
It was an experiment.
and like this is like what, day 4 of the experiment, and
For me, it's like day 7.
oh, whatever. and so we were both, it's date day, we were both feeling kind of low, so I just decided to bring some playfulness back into our lives, creativity too, because Harrison was talking about desiring creativity. That's his priority, top number 1. I would like that to be my top priority too, but survival is my top priority right now. Priority. Anyways, basically, intro to Kilonova Diaries. I just decided to write like a short script, like literally what came off my mind, like on my mind at the time. And I was just like, open empty Google Doc. And literally wrote it in less than 20 minutes. And then, or about 20 minutes. And then had Harrison follow me downstairs, and then we started filming it. So I'm just trying to get more of my ideas out, even if they're the ones I don't think are great. If they're reoccurring in my head, if they're persistent, then it seems like something I just need to follow and get out. And I don't even need to share it with the world. They just need to be out of me.
Mm.
And maybe those are seeds of something that's really great. So maybe I don't like the seed, you know? I'm not going to eat a fucking apple seed, but I like an apple. So, yeah.
I'm falling asleep. All I heard was apple seed.
I'm not going to eat a fucking apple seed, but I will eat a bitch.
It's true, dude.
I will eat an apple.
Yo.
Shit, bro. Shit.
Fuck yeah, bro.
When I say that, I mean like I will eat a dog.
When I'm saying that, when I say I'll eat a human.
Bitch.
Bitch.
What's a bitch that's a human, huh, Harrison? Are you an ally? Or are you
What's
a menace?
God to a man?
Menace to society.
What's a God to a bitch?
What's a god to a king?
To a non-believer.
What's a king to a god? Wait, what?
What's a God to a non-believer who don't believe in anything?
Make it out alive. Alright, alright. No church in the wild. I really like my family, and so I want to give a shout out to my family. I love you. I hope you're healthy. I'll pray for you.
I hope you...
I'm not religious, by the way. I'm spiritual.
Hello, Antonia's family. I apologize for my existence.
Yep. He's keeping me away from you guys.
That's not what I'm talking about.
He's my scapegoat. Huh?
I was talking about the intro. I'm pretty cringe.
Oh. That's what you're talking about. Oh, huh.
No, that's a good point, though. I have definitely captured Tona and put her in a cage and put her on a leash and stuck that leash in the ground, and she's not allowed. She's not allowed to go see her family. I cut her off. Slashed her tires.
He spanked me too.
I threatened arson on her family's house. Anyways, you have autonomy, like you said.
Autonomy.
You have autonomy.
Autonomy. I have autonomy.
If you want to leave and go live with your family, go for it. But you're not going to do that because you love me.
And I like being here and
she
figuring myself out.
To be in here, to baby.
I'm gonna learn how to be an adult.
She's
am
like
learning.
Mid-tier adult right now.
Transitioning into an adult, in like I've been a student for most of my life. So now I'm learning how to be an
Yeah,
adult.
she only just graduated last year, pretty much.
Only just, pretty much.
No, as in out of the system.
Oh, yeah.
I never, like, I tried college for, I think, 2 weeks, and then I stopped going to class and dropped out at the end of the term.
You should have just dropped out early on and got some of your money back.
You can't. You have to finish out the fucking term.
No, you don't.
I literally had to do a lot of paperwork. At least the way that I went about it, there was no alternative. I would have left. I literally was talking to people. Unless they lied to me.
You can't drop out, like, maybe you can't drop out, like, your admission for that term, but you can get rid of your classes.
I mean, maybe if you're early on
You
the
can
classes,
withdraw.
but I was like...
But if you said 2 weeks, you can still withdraw with 2
like,
weeks and get, like, I think it's like a 70% return of your money.
Oh, yeah, I think I just passed that date. Maybe it wasn't 2 weeks.
But you can...
I remember the 70% number.
You can still withdraw and get, like, 20% back, too. Like, I think it's, like...
Dude, that was, like, 4 years ago. Moving on.
Okay, whatever. Just saying. You could have done that. You could have done and got some money back.
Anyways, see, I don't even remember what the fuck I was talking about.
Well, maybe you should remember next time. I have to act like it doesn't hurt for the camera.
Wait, what? That actually hurt? I feel like I've gone that hard.
No.
Was it because I...
I'm just kidding.
Was it because I grabbed the tendon?
It was because I grabbed the tendon.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay. It actually doesn't hurt
side?
like super bad, but in the moment I was like, oh.
I guess I didn't do a wide grip. I kind of like pinched the front. Oh, I'm sorry.
Fucking crap.
Okay, you want to do it to me?
No, I don't want to do it to you.
You're going to accidentally kill me. Because you're going to get carried away.
She just accidentally like popped it right then.
I would probably shoot my... No. I jumped out the window. I was thinking about jumping out the window earlier today, actually.
No.
When you were downstairs, like...
Why?
Taking a shit.
Hey, that was just a second ago.
Yeah. I get really suicidal if I don't create things. I haven't created anything in like a week, feels like. Yeah. Self-harm gets really loud in my head. Also just breaking things. The amount of times I had the intrusive thought to like punch my monitor today was a lot. It's a lot.
I wish I could help you with an outlet for that.
Yeah, there's not really anything you can do about that. It's not really, it's like a solvable thing. I basically just have to not reach that point by creating, validating my existence, satisfied
your existence?
expression.
I mean, like, I understand.
Is greater than your art. Your art isn't everything.
That's not what I was gonna say at all. Silly. I was taking a different route. And I was just gonna say that in general, I understand what you're saying because I feel similar for sure. But I think that feeling, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just your like levels of suffering, but I think you might have a low tolerance for suffering.
Yeah, maybe.
Because when I started going through actual traumatic shit in life, I mean, okay, I have been this whole time, but okay, I'm not trying to say like my trauma is greater than yours, blah, blah, blah.
Let's go.
But I think I get more depressed when I feel a lot of shame about myself. but I do feel like a sense of emptiness when I'm not doing anything like purposeful or creating. But that feels to me like suffering that's manageable. Like, you should definitely get rid of it right away, but I don't feel like I need to kill myself, you know? Things that make me want to kill myself is being extremely stressed out and feeling shame about my actions in life and trauma. And I guess like my narrative story makes me depressed.
Hmm.
I don't really know how to explain that because like we could be very well feeling the same thing just at different times, and it also could very well just be chemical. It could be chemical imbalances in our brain, and you're just both of us are attributing it to certain things, and also attribute applying a solution to it that maybe works, but that might not be that what actually fixes it. You know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I thought about that the other day. That like creating, it could be just like an absolutely massive red herring to fixing my problem.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be like 30 years into a fucking career.
Yeah, that's one thing I've been thinking about a lot lately. It's like no matter what job you're doing, it's still a job. It's still just like you still just gotta find a way to perfect days that shit. Even if you love it, you know? Some days you're just really not gonna want to do it. And I bet you, I don't know, it just depends why you're doing what you're doing. So the other thing I was gonna say is I relate to you, but also you don't need to create to validate your existence. I think that I hope one day you don't feel that way. It feels like a human hating thing and a self-hatred thing to say that you have to do something to validate why you exist.
I mean, I do definitely have a lot of self-hatred. I have a pretty solid ego and confidence, but it doesn't always persist, or at least side with me.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, you're definitely at the age, we're both at the age where we're going to be breaking down the ego that we spent years building. Like, that's the natural process of building the ego and then having to break it down again and rebuild after you do that. So, if you're feeling like your ego's a little shaky.
Yeah. I wonder the longer we stay in this state of in between, what it'll do.
Yeah. I think this is like the make or break. If you see adults around in life where you're like, that person, I don't fucking get it. I don't get how they ended up like that. I feel like this is like the stage when like you really either get set in your ways or you decide that you're going to be someone with like a growth mindset. Like you either go with the fit because there's so many more things that have happened in your life at this point that you just want to lie to yourself about more and more things. And so I think that's why people start to become like unlogical and, you know, like I feel like it just gets worse as you get older because it gets harder to face things you're going through. And lies are convenient. One of the things my philosophy teacher asked our class was, do we think that humans, care about the truth? Like innately, do we care about the truth? I thought that was really interesting. Like, I don't think we do. I think we only care about the truth because we don't want other people to lie to us. But we don't necessarily care about lying to other people. I think when you live live the elevated higher life or whatever, where you want to be a good person and, you know, be philosophical, then of course you value truth. You understand the value of it. But inherently, I don't think it's like people have to care about the truth. I don't know how to explain it. He worded it a lot better, the question, but
Who did?
my teacher, philosophy teacher.
I'm really tired.
Okay.
Should we fall asleep on camera or should we call it?
I don't know. You could fall asleep and make it ASMR section.
I think my booty was just out. It's okay. It's okay. Don't look. It's a bathing suit. I have bathing suits. I want to look like a sleeping princess with my hair.
You are a sleeping princess.
A dream is a wish.
Sorry for almost killing you.
It's okay. I was just taken by surprise. It wasn't actually that hard. It's not like he's not abusive.
Yeah, don't tell anyone.
A dream is a wish your heart makes. That's what the mice sound like. When you're fast asleep, in a dream you will lose your heartache. Whatever you wish for will be. One thing that's interesting is when we're young and we're like watching fairy tales, you know, you get so swept up by it and you really love them. You love happy endings. And then as you get older, you get so bitter and angsty towards happy endings, like, you know, teenager stage. You're like, it's not realistic. I remember it was like a thing for everybody to be like, dude, we just need like happy endings, or I don't know. It was like a Tumblr type thing that you didn't want happy endings in stories. But it's just kind of like you realized what bad feelings felt like, and bad endings were. And you wanted to feel prepared. You felt betrayed or something for being fed the good endings. It's interesting. But now I'm realizing that they're all just like, they're all true. That's one thing. It's not that the world is good or bad or that we're good or bad. It's like you can vibrate on a bad wavelength or on a good wavelength. So if I watch a happy movie and it makes me feel happy, but I was feeling depressed a moment ago, it's like, it's not that the happy movie is feeding me a lie and the depression is real. It's that the happy feeling is real and the depression is real, and I can choose to vibrate on one or the other. So if a fairy tale makes you feel good and you want to vibrate and feeling good, then you should just give yourself to it. It's fear that makes you want to say, well, this isn't true. It would be nice if this is true, but what's true is the other thing. Because people are sometimes afraid to feel good because they hate the feeling when the good goes away. I want to get better at talking and articulating myself. I can only really do it with things that I've meditated on and journaled about a lot. And every once in a while, it just comes out right. What? We played chess today. We have a video of that. Put that in the supercut of this diary. And then we during our chess match, we should put audio of L and light. Wouldn't that be funny? Ha 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 ha. Original. No one's ever thought of doing that before. Here, you gotta get up and stop the video.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna try to not shoot myself with my I don't have a gun. Nice butt crack.
Yeah.
Alright, good night, motherfuckers.
Good night. Good night.